Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today, we will explore a new chapter, where trust collapses, alliances are broken, and love becomes the only compass in a storm of betrayal. In this fascinating sequel to the story between CEO James and Diep, a strong but silent woman, the line between loyalty and betrayal is not only blurred but broken. At the center of this whirlwind is Trang, a woman planted by the enemy, but torn between blood and trust. She was never allowed to feel, never allowed to choose, but she did. In a chillingly elaborate scheme, Trang, the daughter of a mafia boss and once a trusted pawn, is placed close to James and Diep. Her mission: infiltrate, manipulate, and ultimately betray. With impeccable composure and compelling charm, she operates unnoticed, until a flash of guilt ignites a spark of humanity within her. Despite years of obedience, Trang cannot betray Diep, an innocent woman targeted for elimination, nor deceive James, a man who once gave her unconditional trust. Torn by the burden of her double life, she quietly arranges to meet James at the workshop. There, under the guise of a business discussion, she whispers the truth: the shipment of timber is a trap, and Diep needs to disappear immediately. That act of defiance sets things ablaze. Her father, known only as Mr., sensed her hesitation before she could even speak. A seasoned manipulator, he smelled betrayal like a wolf on a trail. When he discovered Trang's warning to James, his rage was volcanic. But more than the failure of his plan, it was the realization that his daughter had betrayed him that broke him. He called Trang in, not as a father, but as a man despised. In the dim, tense room, he questioned her like a criminal. He didn't beg, he didn't cry, he accused. He called her stupid, weak, and corrupted by emotion. But Trang held her ground. With trembling conviction, she looked him in the eye and spoke of the same values he had instilled in her: integrity, morality, and honor. "You call me a traitor," she said, "but who really betrays their trust?" Her voice was choked not with fear, but with the weight of decades in the dark. Her pleas, however, were not heard. Instead, Mr. locked her away, not to punish her, but to silence her. She was no longer a girl. She was a hindrance. News of Trang's betrayal reaches John, the cold-blooded mastermind behind the larger plot, and it shatters him. He once trusted her. Now, there is no more waiting. No more caution. Only destruction. His plan, originally designed to unfold over several days, has taken on a deadly urgency. His target: James, the CEO he now sees as a threat to his power. Diep, the woman he believes can break James in his absence. Two teams are dispatched. One ambushes James at the lumberyard. The other infiltrates the quiet country house where Diep lives with his aunt. But James, already tense after Trang's warning, is not sitting still. He contacts the special police force that has long been investigating John's logging and smuggling operations. Within hours, new intelligence had emerged, and the final opportunity to take down John had arrived. The police raid uncovered drugs, forged documents, and affidavits confirming the plot. Diep would be kidnapped to force James to hand over his company and his assets. But when the authorities stormed in, John's men made their move. At Yi's aunt's house, masked figures surrounded the house, shouting threats. With rare courage, the old woman stood firm, machete in hand. "You will not touch my niece," she said, trembling, "unless you step over my dead body." The struggle was brief. Brutality won. The machete was knocked away. She was dragged inside, her muffled screams echoing through the closed windows. Then Yi appeared at the gate. In her hands was a basket of herbal medicine. Her face was horrified. A voice rang out. "She's there." Fight or flight had become her instinct. She ran. Diep plunged into the thickets of the forest, her refuge, her refuge. But fear turned every branch into a trap. Her pursuers stumbled across unfamiliar terrain, but Diep's familiarity gave her a fleeting advantage. That advantage disappeared when she slipped on a mossy boulder crossing the stream. Pain shot through her ankle. She fell hard. She limped, gritting her teeth, moving forward, each step a struggle for survival. Behind her, the screams grew closer. Her name echoed like a curse on the wind. Would anyone get there in time? Miles away, James was ambushed by John's men as he emerged from the lumberyard. But they had underestimated the man who was trained for this, both mentally and physically. With brutal efficiency, James neutralized all three attackers, just as police backup arrived. "We've got it," an officer said. "Get to Auntie Yi now." James didn't wait, he drove like a man possessed. When he reached Auntie Yi's house, the sight before him stunned him. The door was open, furniture was falling, Auntie Yi was lying on the ground, trembling, whispering. They took her. She ran into the woods. Without stopping, James ran into the woods. Every cracked branch, every twisted blade of grass became a guide. Then, silence. A gasp. The snap of a branch. He stumbled, fell hard, blood pouring from the wounds on his knees and arms. But he was up. He whispered to himself, "Come on. Diep needs me." The pain was meaningless now. The only thing that mattered was the faint trail winding deeper into the woods, a trail that would disappear forever if he was a second too late. Will love triumph over hate? Will John's darkness finally be exposed? And will justice come before another life is lost? Only time will tell, and every second counts. If you're as heartbroken as we are, share your thoughts below. Let's support James and Diep in their desperate quest for freedom. Don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next dramatic chapter, where secrets will be revealed, justice may be served and fates rewritten.